Hi B3s. Okay, let's look at the first question. So they ask you which statement about the motorcycle is correct. Okay, if they say that it is a living thing, immediately you can ignore it lah. So living thing, right? Living thing, right? So these two statements is wrong. Obviously a motorcycle is non-living thing. Okay, so the motorcycle cannot grow, it cannot reproduce. Okay, so Ben and Dina is correct. This is quite a simple question lah. But during exam you have to be careful because sometimes there will be trick question. For example, they may say that motorcycles are non-living thing, but they say something that doesn't make sense. Okay, for example, they can say something that's not within the four characteristic of living things. Okay, for example, you say it is a non-living things because it cannot move. Okay, something like that. Okay, I mean motorcycle can move. So you just be careful. So that doesn't mean it is. They say it's a non-living thing, then that means it's definitely correct. Depends as well. Depends on the explanation as well. Okay, let's look at question 2. Okay, you touch a snail. Okay, you realize that the snail pulls its head into the shell. Okay, so the snail is hiding, right? It's responding to the changes around it. It's showing that the snail is a living things that respond to changes. Okay, so which of the following statement about flowering plants is true? Flowering plants. Flowering plants produce fruits which contain seeds that we produce, right? So that's true. They are not only found on land, they can also be found in water as well. Okay, so this out. This is not true. Okay, all plants make their own food. All plants make their own food. Okay, regardless it's flowering or non-flowering plants, as long as it's a plant, it will make its own food. That's why we call them plant. That's a special characteristic about plant. Okay, so only A is true. Okay, so let's do the next question. This is the larva stage. Okay, this is actually called the wriggler. Okay, and the stage name is called the larva. Just like a caterpillar, the caterpillar is also a larva stage but the larva stage of a butterfly is called caterpillar. The larva stage of a mosquito is called wriggler. Okay, you don't have to know how to spell wriggler. It will not be tested. So the larva stage of the mosquito is just like the larva stage of the uh, butterfly. They feed a lot. Once they hatch from the egg, right, they will start feeding already. They will feed non-stop because when they go to the pupa stage after that, they cannot feed anymore. Okay, so it's not true that it doesn't eat. It does eat. In fact, it eat a lot. Okay, it only doesn't eat when it becomes the pupa stage. So this is wrong. Okay, it's no, only the adult stage that reproduce. That's out as well. No, they breathe through this thing called breathing tube. Because they are not fishes, so they do not uh, uh they do not breathe through gills. They breathe through breathing tube. The breathing tube, you can think of it as something like a straw. So this is the breathing tube. So it is out of surface, so they can breathe the air from the outside above the water surface. Well, that's what the pupa stage does as well. Okay. By the way, mosquitoes lay their eggs on the surface of water. Mosquitoes will land on the water, usually stagnant water, and then they'll lay eggs. So they lay eggs on water, not on land. Okay. It moves several times. Yep, because that's a larva stage. Because they are growing constantly, so they need to shed new skin because they are growing quickly, bigger in size. Just like caterpillar once again. Okay, this is a amphibian. Okay, a frog or a toad, so it's an amphibian. Okay, so let's look at characteristics of amphibians. Have scales? No, no scales. Scales is only for reptiles and fish. Does it have feathers? No. Okay, only birds has feather. So this is out. Then for question X, it is a yes. Okay, because they say shows animal C. So it is yes for this amphibian. So does amphibian legs? Yes, amphibian legs. 3 pairs of legs? No. That's for insects only. Have hair? No. It is for mammals only. Outer covering? No. Okay, in fact, amphibian does not have outer covering. Okay, so only one is correct because amphibians legs reproduce by legs. Okay, question 6. Which child is correct? Okay, so this is your seed and this is your young plant, and this is your adult. Okay, they say P and R are adult stages. No. How do I know they are not adult stages? Because no flower, no fruits yet. Oh, so this is wrong. Okay, only stage P is the adult stage. So this is out. Okay, so stage P is the adult stage, correct? Because it has flower and fruits ready. That means it's ready to reproduce. Q, the seed can make its own food. No, it cannot make its own food. It has its own food inside to feed on, but it cannot make its own food because no leaf. All plants need leaf in order to make food. Okay. Stage R, the plants can reproduce, not true also. Okay, only adult stage can, which is P. Okay, so it's not R. So you have a out. You're left with only B is correct. Okay, owl is a bird. Okay, so they say that this characteristic must only be found in bird, but not in any other animals. Wings, not true, because bat is a mammal that has wings. Also, some mammals like bats can also have wings. So it is not unique to birds only. Have beaks? Okay, yes. Okay. The reason why birds have beaks is because they have no teeth lah. So they cannot chew. They cannot bite. So usually what they do is they will use their beak to pack the food until it's very small pieces before they swallow it. So that's B is correct. Is an outer covering of feather? Yes, only birds has outer covering of feather. Okay, so it's B and C only. Okay, this is a snake and a crocodile, right? So they are reptiles. The outer covering of dry scales reproduced by laying eggs. Birds, outer covering of feather, reproduced by laying eggs. Have beaks, have wings. Okay, the last one is 3 pairs of legs and 3 body parts, so it's an insect. Okay, it's already written there. So A, you can just write reptiles. Okay, maybe let me just type it out. Reptiles. Then this one birds. Okay, birds. Okay, let's look at the next one. True or false? Mold does not need oxygen to live. Wrong. All living things need oxygen to live. And mold is a living thing. It's a fungi, so you also need oxygen to stay alive. Mushroom are not plants. Mushroom is fungi. Bacteria respond, yes. All living things respond to changes around us. Okay, just that some is responding faster, some respond slower. All bacteria, no, this is also false. Only some bacteria is harmful. Okay, there can also be useful bacteria. They can make medicine and food. Okay, sunflower, from the word flower suggests, you should know that it is a flowering plant. Okay, as I told you, flowering plants have flowers that produces fruits that contain seeds, and then they use seeds to reproduce. So fern is a non-flowering plant, therefore no flower, no fruits, no seeds. So they reproduce through spores. Okay, so they ask you what's the similarity. Okay, the most common one is they both have leaves. Okay, what can I say? They both have stem. Okay. Okay, I just use leaf lah. Okay, leaf is a better answer. Okay, the next one they ask you what's the differences. There are quite a number of differences. Okay, the sunflower have flower, but the fern does not. Okay. So they say cannot compare shapes and sizes, so that's about it. Anyway, it should be based on the diagram above. That means not from your knowledge, but based on the picture only here. Well, you can see that sunflower has a flower there, fern doesn't. Oh yeah. So if you have any other answers for open-ended questions, right, you can always WhatsApp me and check with me. Okay, just to be sure, because sometimes there can be more than the answers that's stated. Okay. So basically, they are more already lah. Okay, this one is more. Okay. Now Mold grow best when there's air, warmth, and moisture. Moisture, that means water. Sprinkler with water. Okay. So anyway, question A is asking you which group does mold belong to? It belongs to the fungi. Okay. So why is there more mold growing B? Because of the water. Okay. Okay, so question 12. Okay, so basically the number of fishes increase lah. There are more and more fishes. Okay. So they ask you why is there increase in the fishes over a 30 days period, right? They ask you what's the reason. Okay, he didn't put any more new fish inside. So the only reason why there are more and more fishes is because the fishes reproduce. So a keyword here is reproduce and increase. So this is actually something like it's a data. It's a data diagram. So it's what you call a table. Okay, so when you go to P4, P5, there will be more and more complicated data. Okay, like for example graph. Okay. So basic one will be pie chart and then there will be line graphs as well, which is a confusing one. Okay, life cycles, similarity in the stages of life cycle of fish and the chicken. Okay, I understand maybe some of you haven't learned life cycle, but it's okay, just give it a try. In time to come, we'll learn about it. Okay, probably in the week or so. What's the similarity in the stages of life cycle of fish and the life cycle of chicken? The similarity, both is 3 stages. Okay. Okay. And if you do a simple counting, you know lah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and don't because I write 1 then you think that that's the start. So always know that in the life cycle because of the word cycle, okay, there's no start or end. Okay, in the life cycle I repeat, there's no start or end. So you cannot say the egg stage is the start. No. Okay, even the young can also be the start of the life cycle. Okay, so there's no start or end because it's a cycle. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.